Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Samina Pasha to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Samina Pasha's words. I'm here with some general news and updates in this vlog. The news is quite important, especially concerning General Asim Munir's visit to the United States. Some very interesting developments have emerged regarding this visit, so we'll take a brief look at that. There are just a couple of days left before his departure. Alongside that, we'll also discuss the recently announced budget in simple terms, trying to help you understand whether life is getting harder or easier for you. Also, we'll talk about the latest developments in Imran Khan's legal cases and what implications they may have moving forward. And then, we'll also touch on the dispute between Sohail Warich and Fiza Ali, what the current discussion around it is, and who seems to be right or wrong. I request you to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Now let's begin with the topic of the US visit. Field Marshal Asim Munir's upcoming visit to the US will be his first since Donald Trump took office again. And in connection with this visit, PTI supporters in the US and Pakistani Americans have planned a protest. This protest is to be held outside the Pakistani embassy. There is some ongoing discussion about whether this protest outside the embassy is significant or whether it should have been held elsewhere. But for now, it's been decided that the protest will be held outside the Pakistani embassy. We're also seeing some campaigns in this regard. Sajjad Burki, Shahbaz Gill, and other PTI members based in the US have been releasing video messages and tweets about the protest. However, PTI members in Pakistan have remained completely silent on the matter. They haven't commented at all whether such a protest should or should not happen. When Alima Khan was asked about it, she said that protests can be held against anyone and anywhere. It's a constitutional right. She questioned who says that protests cannot be held against someone in a position of power. So she essentially tried to normalize the idea, saying it shouldn't be taken negatively, as if protesting would somehow make someone an enemy of the state. But you will soon see a narrative being spun around this. If this protest does happen, people will claim that these are anti-state elements, that Field Marshal Asim Munir, who recently dealt a blow to India and achieved great victories, was greeted abroad by anti-Pakistan slogans and protests from American Pakistanis. They will accuse them of launching a campaign to sabotage his visit. You'll hear such discussions in the coming days, especially from pro-establishment anchors and analysts who'll claim that this protest has further worsened PTI's troubles, as if PTI was sitting on a bed of roses before this, and now their problems have only increased. First, tell us when their problems ever decreased. Anyway, that's all talk for the future. The interesting bit is when Barrister Gohar was asked about PTI's plan regarding Asim Munir's US visit, he completely disassociated the party from any planned protest. He clearly stated that the PTI as a political party has not called for any such protest. If people are doing something on their own, that's their personal action. But as a party, PTI has neither planned nor endorsed it. He totally distanced himself from the matter, which has led to criticism. But what else do you expect from Barrister Gohar? You already know he always takes a very balanced, if not soft, stance, even when criticizing the government. So it's a long shot to think he would say something directly against the establishment, or Asim Munir. As the saying goes, know your audience. You can't expect someone like Barrister Gohar to openly support such protests. However, Shahbaz Gill's tweet on the matter was quite interesting. He said, "Look, people here have openly called for the protest, so either officially state that these people are not associated with PTI and issue them a show cause notice, or own this protest as PTI's." He pointed out that the protest call has come from PTI's United States chapter office bearers, yet Barrister Gohar remains silent. And you know he likely will continue to stay silent. The real issue may be that this is a sort of quiet understanding. Those in Pakistan know how to speak under the current circumstances. Naturally, there's a difference between what people inside Pakistan say and what those abroad express, even if they feel the same internally. In short, Barrister Gohar's statement doesn't carry much weight. The key thing now is to see what Imran Khan says about it. Will he support the protest or dismiss it as an organic, unaffiliated initiative? His reaction will matter most. Now coming to Zalmay Khalilzad's recent tweet on this matter, it was quite alarming for PTI supporters and surprising for others. Khalilzad, who has been consistently vocal in support of Imran Khan's release and the restoration of democracy in Pakistan, has often criticized the current government and establishment. He regularly stated that Imran Khan was unjustly imprisoned and that the solution to Pakistan's crisis is his release. But recently, amid backdoor dealings between the United States and Pakistan, his tweets became less frequent and less focused on Imran Khan. Now, after a long gap, his latest tweet has shifted tone significantly. He talks about Asim Munir's upcoming United States visit and outlines its key points. Discussions on terrorism, the recent tension between Pakistan and India, possible Pakistani mediation in United States-China matters, and attracting United States investment in Pakistan's mineral sector. But here's the twist. He adds that for this visit to be successful, Pakistan must release Dr. Shakil Afridi. This marks a drastic shift in Khalilzad's demands, from insisting on Imran Khan's release to now prioritizing Afridi's release. Dr. Shakil Afridi, as you may recall, was the one who helped the United States locate Osama bin Laden. After the SEAL operation that killed bin Laden, Afridi was imprisoned by Pakistani authorities. The United States has made multiple appeals for his release, but Pakistan has refused. That Khalilzad is now bringing up Afridi again, just before Asim Munir's visit, reinforces a long-held view. Relying on the United States or Trump or any other friendly nation to help release Imran Khan is wishful thinking, unless their own interests align with that goal. If their interests are being met by the current government, they will not concern themselves with Khan's fate. And that's exactly what seems to be happening now. This, unfortunately, is yet another example of Imran Khan's political misfortune. The situation turned out to be weaker than expected. Courts became filled with judges who practically became extensions of the establishment, and the public could not come out in the numbers Imran Khan had hoped for. If there was any hope that the international community would take steps regarding human rights violations, that too did not materialize. Although Imran Khan himself did not rely too much on this, many PTI supporters had some hope that perhaps something would happen. But I think now they should have realized that if they want to secure their leader's release, they will have to do it through their own efforts and strength. If you're thinking Maulana Fazlur Rahman will help, or that the courts will rise up for justice, or that some external force will intervene, those ideas are now all futile. There's only one option left. Either make the effort yourself or forget about it. The only other possibility is that Imran Khan himself surrenders or strikes a deal. But that too is practically off the table, meaning it's not acceptable either. So the situation has become quite clear now. I don't believe that even if a large-scale protest takes place, it will put any pressure on the American government to act. Sure, the voices are there. 59 American congressmen did write a letter, but such efforts often amount to just a tweet or a symbolic letter and little more. The real effect would only have come if the American administration had taken some steps. When Donald Trump decides something, the results are often visible within hours. But if his administration isn't interested in taking any steps here, then no matter how much noise others make, it's unlikely to matter much. Anyway, Imran Khan's difficulties have increased. As I previously said, restrictions on his meetings are expected to grow. Today, a hearing for the Toshakhana 2 case was scheduled to be held inside Adiala jail, and although a date had already been given, it was suddenly postponed. His lawyers were informed that there would be no hearing tomorrow. This suggests that the authorities may be planning to cut off communication from Imran Khan, including what gets shared from his meetings. The hearing won't take place, although in the Al-Qadir Trust case, which concerns the suspension of his sentence in the Islamabad High Court, a date had been set for June 11th, and the hearing is supposed to happen today. But there's no good news from that front either. You may remember that at the last hearing, Nabi, the National Accountability Bureau, said they needed time to appoint a prosecutor. They were given a week, but now, even after that week, there is still no update on a new appointment. It's likely they'll appear in court and claim that due to Eid holidays, they couldn't make the appointment and will request more time and will likely get it. Even if the prosecutor does appear, some delaying tactics will probably be used. So although the case might be heard, don't expect any real progress. So from that front too, it's all red lights. Regarding Imran Khan's communication, it's likely that unless the GHQ or General Headquarters case hearing proceeds, and I don't think it will, then everything will be delayed until next Tuesday. In that time, even key people like Alima Khan or Salman Akram Raja won't be allowed to speak with him. Perhaps a token meeting will be arranged just to prevent media hype or speculation about his well-being. But beyond that, the effort will be to block his message from getting out, especially if he plans to announce a protest date. If he does, even that might be completely shut down. Now, coming to the budget. To simplify it, small cars have become more expensive, higher taxes and duties. Petrol and diesel prices have increased. If paid via card, you may get a Rs3 relief. Paying in cash will cost you more. When fuel gets more expensive, everything else follows because all goods depend on transportation. Additional taxes have been levied on fuel in the form of levies. Restrictions have increased for non-filers. They'll face difficulties in banking, travel and account operations. Solar energy has become more expensive due to new duties. So if you were trying to escape high electricity bills through solar panels, that route is now harder. E-commerce and online businesses now face more taxes and duties, meaning higher costs for digital entrepreneurs. Slight tax relief has been given to salaried individuals. The real estate sector got some minor relief. Government employees will see a 10% increase in salaries. Nothing particularly exciting or favourable beyond these few points. Now let's turn to the altercation between Sohail Warich and Fiza Ali. During an Eid show, a bit of banter turned into controversy. When Fiza Ali was asked what Sohail Warich would be if he weren't a journalist, she said, with due apology, that he would probably be a toilet cleaner in a hotel or restaurant abroad. She explained that she said this because he visits the homes of various actresses and celebrities and seems particularly interested in their washrooms. Now, if someone says such things about an elderly, serious man, it's naturally considered inappropriate. But let's also remember that Sohail Warich himself has taken many liberties. If he can call former Prime Minister Imran Khan Donkey King, why can't someone else call him a toilet cleaner? That's the counter-argument. He's used all sorts of titles for politicians in the past, so people are saying he shouldn't be too sensitive himself now. In response to Fiza Ali's comments, he tweeted something poetic, saying he's even lower than a toilet cleaner and considers himself street trash, quoting from Mian Muhammad Bakhsh's poetry, and that he doesn't take it personally. Some people are criticizing Fiza Ali, saying she went too far. Others say she did well to clap back at someone who's often critical of others. The debate is hot on social media. But the deeper issue is that polarization has grown so much that anyone seen as supporting this regime, whether genuinely or for some agenda, is disliked. The public even expresses their resentment toward people simply perceived to be close to the government. That shows just how much public anger there is toward this regime. That wraps up our translation of Samina Pasha's video. I hope this English version helped you understand her message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.